Somebody give me a guillotine. I just might ride on my enemies. Thought can I fuck on my energy? Nowadays they just talk, but they talk about nothing. Nowadays everybody wanna say something. Goddamn, I'm the man and it feel like it. Give a damn about a hater when I feel like it. Not today, not today, not today, not tomorrow. Get out my way, please, I'm trying to get paid.
What is up, Earth's mightiest subscribers? It is your boy Ernie, the Blerd Without Fear. Got the homie Robo of Left Face TV. Welcome to episode 111 of the Nerds and Culture podcast.
Oh shit! 111. Make a wish.
Yeah.
Make a wish.
Yeah, we gotta make a wish. Hold on, it was. Okay, bet, got it.
Okay, yeah. Well, hey, somebody Google if any like prominent deaths have happened. You know.
Oh
I just want to
man,
say something real quick.
Right? That's crazy. But no, man. Welcome to the Nerds and Culture podcast. Yeah, this is you guys know what this is. This is your this is your woke shade room, your woke breakfast club, your woke hot 97, your woke losers club, your woke we got we got the woke Hellfire Club. Yeah, we got the woke New York undercover of YouTube. What else we got? We got the woke Justice Gang. Yeah, the woke Avengers. We are the woke. Actually, no, not even just woke. We are we're the League of Extremely Woke Gentle People.
That's right.
We got all that. We're all those all that stuff. And everything woke, everywhere woke, all at once, with a dash of sass on.
You know, we gotta add in there. We gotta add we're the woke black and brown lanterns.
Oh yeah,
Saying
the crazy part about that is that I'm pretty sure there's going to be there's going to be no shortage of complaints. There's going to be no shortage of complaints when that show comes out. So I'm sure it'll be that much more appropriate.
Right.
But no,
you know what white people love the most? Well, certain white people, not all white people.
No,
Certain white, the ones we talk about.
Right.
The ones they love it when the black man is the respectable, professional do-gooder, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the white guy is the like, I'm pretty much over this shit, and the guy who has to be kept in line. They love that. They love it, and I cannot wait.
Oh my god! It's no surprise, I think, that people fell into that. Yeah, I guess that frame of thought, like thinking that oh, this is how I want all my ebony and ivory relationships to go. I want to be the problematic white dude, and I want to have the respectable black friend who's too old for this shit.
Right.
They all want that. They all want that Lethal Weapon ass Riggs and Murtaugh dynamic. But see, jokes on them. I was more of a Beverly Hills Cop guy, so I want to be the zany shenanigans inducing black dude, and y'all can be the regular white people. That's okay. I like that dynamic way better. But no, it's kind of funny. You know what? I do kind of want to revisit this a little bit because the fuck? I want to talk about something briefly before we get into Supergirl. Yeah. I was actually just talking to Robo about this. I've been on a journey. I want y'all to come on this journey with me. I'm not saying you actually have to watch the show. I actually don't. I mean, I do, but I don't at the same time recommend the show. And for those who are wondering what I'm talking about a little show called Paradise. I finally started watching the show the other day. mostly out of curiosity. I'm not going to spoil anything about the show because I do want to treat others better than how they treated me.
Right.
Yeah, it's one of those shows that whenever I was on social media, I just always saw people talking about it. Like I'm not one of those like early adopter types when it comes to like certain like types of TV shows. Like if you present your TV show as one thing to me and I see it for what it is, I'm just like, okay, cool. I'll get to that when I get to it.
Right.
But I saw all these people talking about it, and I was like, okay, all right, this sounds like it could be fun, but I was like, I don't know, man. Y'all are way too precious about this show, so I'm kind of scared to get in on it. Y'all might make me precious about it too, and I don't like being precious about like a lot of shit. So I like, yeah, and I want to make something clear. I said what I said for very specific reasons about not wanting to spoil it and I don't want anybody here to spoil it either. Just don't. If you know shit, don't say shit. Just keep your fucking mouth shut. Please keep your goddamn mouth shut. Because like motherfucker, like I almost didn't watch the show out of spite because I know so much about it.
Right.
Like
what's the point?
Like everybody keeps coming to me saying, because I basically the impetus for this was that I basically started watching the show, and there's a thing that happens about 20 minutes into the first episode. This is not a spoiler. You find out that Sterling K. Brown, fantastic actor, by the way, love Sterling. He's just phenomenal actor. Honestly, kind of carries the show on his back if we're keeping it a buck. But no, Sterling has his character Xavier has a daughter named Presley. Now, this comes up twice in the first episode. This is why, like, people are like, oh, why are you making such a big deal about it? Why are you making such a big deal about it? I was like, because they literally pointed it out twice in one episode.
Right.
It's revealed that his daughter Presley is named Presley after Elvis Presley because and I'm not putting words in anybody's mouth, Xavier says, because my wife's from Memphis, it couldn't be helped. It comes up not once, it comes up twice, one at the 20-minute mark, and I think the other one was like at like the 40-ish, almost 50-minute mark.
So weren't you telling me that like black folks from Memphis?
Mm-hmm.
I remember you telling me about how black folks from Memphis they love themselves. An OG culture vulture that preys on 13-year-olds and grooms them. Like that's their shit, right? That's their jam.
Oh man, they black folks love Elvis so much that they don't go to Graceland. That's how much they love Elvis. Black people love Elvis so much in Memphis that despite living right next door to Graceland, they will not set foot inside of it out of reverence for the Kang. Clearly, I hope y'all can tell I'm joking. Right. No self-respecting Negro in Memphis, Tennessee gives two shits about Elvis. That's why I always tell people, like, if you want to know like a clear sign, like, yeah, you can tell like there's certain things you can ask an undercover cop to figure out if they're a cop. There's a couple of things you can ask somebody who's claiming to be from Memphis to tell if they're really from Memphis. So first things first, what you got to do, start checking them. This is like the first dead giveaway, because how a person from Memphis will check you will tell you everything you need to know. Like if they start going like, oh man, your mama's so fat this, or your daddy so whatever this, or you so black this. If they doing that, they ain't from Memphis. That ain't a Memphis thing. Like when you get checked from Memphis, like basically what they're gonna do, they're gonna walk, but man, big head, little body, little shoes, face head, like that's a Memphis check. That's a Memphis check. Fucking man, big teeth, little brain, face head ass. Your uppercase gums, lowercase teeth, face head ass. Like that's the type of shit we do in Memphis. So if someone's not checking you like that, they ain't really from here. Right. But the second thing is, if ask them where the best barbecue in Memphis is. If they say Rendezvous, that's a cop. That's not just first off, that's not just not an actual Memphian. That is an undercover cop.
A literal
literal undercover. Because Rendezvous has the most mid barbecue I think I have ever put in my mouth. If you want to get the best, man, you go to like a central barbecue or like the butcher shop or something like that. There's like tons of really good barbecue places here in Memphis, and I'm sorry, Rendezvous doesn't even crack the top 10. Like it just does not. Like I know people love dude. We have a chain barbecue restaurant here, Corky's. Their shit's better than Rendezvous. Dude, Corky's will smoke Rendezvous any day of the week. But no. The third thing is ask them if they've ever been to Graceland. And if they say yes. Now, I will make a special concession. Black people have the capacity to work at Graceland. What I'm talking about is someone that went in there. Trip. Yeah, no. Field trips don't count. No, because you just stay at the school. You just stay at the school and hang out in the gymnasium. You just take that L. But no, if you willingly, with purpose, want to go inside of a Graceland to do anything other than deface it, I don't believe you. I just don't believe that you're not from Memphis. I'm sorry, but that I got off on a tangent. The point is that yes, this comes up, and I'm on season 2 now, and they have a whole episode titled Graceland that takes place inside of, you guessed it, a fucking Graceland, and it's just literally nothing but like meat glazing Elvis the whole fucking episode. Meat glazing. I'm talking about just like. Just all over Elvis, man. It's just like down to the balls. Like I'm talking about clothing references, movie references, song references, just all kinds of dumb Elvis trivia. And I was like, dude, can we put a moratorium on Hollywood wanting to be like, hey, let's do something about Memphis, and then it has to be Elvis. We have so many other better people. Like you could be talking about BB King, you could be talking about Isaac Hayes, you could be talking about Rufus Thomas, you could be talking about Carla Thomas, you could be talking about 3-6 Mafia or 8 Ball MJG, something like that. I don't know who the fuck, whatever. You could be talking about any number of people who performed and recorded records at Stax. Can we please leave Elvis in the rearview mirror? Like, cause that ain't it. That is not it.
You know why people do that?
No, of course not, because they love Elvis. They love colonizers who, the kids.
I mean, they're proving it right now, right? Yeah. Those kind, they're proving it right now. Mm-hmm. You got every other country out there. Like, we have a country that arrested a member of the royal family. It was like the first one in what I can't remember the number, like 200 years or 150 years or some shit like that. And for us, we're like, man, that sucks. It ranges from whatever, nothing. It's a nothing burger. To the worst is like, ugh, gross. Anyways, gas is pretty expensive, isn't it?
Yeah. That's and like I don't know. I bring all this up because so many people took umbrage with the fact that the Memphis part bothered me.
Right.
And
how many people said, I'm from Memphis and I love blah, blah, blah?
Nobody. Not a one. Not a pretty much the general consensus was, man, fuck out of here with that bullshit. Elvis, nobody was fucking with that shit. Right. But no, I it's one of those, like, I'll just say this. It's one of those shows. I say, watch it for yourself. I only watched it because I wanted context to go with the spoilers, because
Right.
I was like, you know what? I was like, I like the premise. I like the idea of what the show represents, but it's like, it's also one of those types of shows that I know it's going to jump the shark at some point. And in some cases, and I've talked to some people who like both enjoy and dislike the show. I've
Right.
had multiple different people tell me, like, yeah, season like the season 1 lost me, or they'll say season 2 lost me. Like, I've noticed that the number of people who liked Paradise, at least half of the people I've spoken to, half of them said they liked it up until the end of season 1. And then when season 2, you cut that number in half again. Like, the number of people I've spoken to about that show, half of them still fuck with it, and there's another half that's like, yeah, I'm out.
Yeah.
So it's like there's at least 2 points where the show is gonna maybe jump. Like, I will say this, of the types of shows that it is, you know, for those who don't know what Paradise is, like I said, without giving anything away, it is one of those mystery thriller type shows where, like, the less you know, the better. You're going to be following a group of people who are in an unusual situation, and the whole mystery is, okay, here's the situation, but how do they get through it? It's one of those types of shows, and also one where, like, you're always going to be pointing fingers at somebody, because you're like, oh, maybe this is the sus person. Oh, wait, no, that's not the sus person, because now they're dead. No, that's somebody else. Somebody else is, oh, wait, no, that can't be the sus person because they weren't there. And it's like, oh, wait, no, maybe that's the sus person. You're going to do that a lot. And then and it'll also do the thing where it's like, oh, hey, guess what? We got another sus. Oh, wait, no, the sus person wasn't here the whole time.
That's right.
Wait,
right.
maybe they
No,
were. Maybe they were.
And by the way, was this all a dream?
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie.
Maybe, I don't know.
Shows like this, I don't know who needs to hear this. I'm gonna hold your hand with a napkin between when I say this, but shows like this never end well. Shows like this, like, they can only go so far before they finally just shit the fucking bed.
You know what's funny? There's this channel out there. I forget his name, but he's all about breaking down movies. Really, really, like, smart dude. And I'm like, oh damn, yeah, okay, yeah, that makes sense. And he's like, I don't get why people find the ending of Lost, confusing. And I'm like, "Oh, because they made it confusing." Like,
Yeah.
but then he broke it down, and he's like he's like, here's what happened. And I was like, okay, now I kind of want to watch it, because that's a pretty dope ass ending, you know? So apparently, like, the spirit of the island, that somebody died there, and then you're like, if this guy's this person, this guy's that person, and that's why the island keeps trying to call people to the island, because it's trying to do this thing, and I'm just like, okay, so they're not dead.
I mean, I'm not gonna hold you. I was one of those people that, like, I've watched a limited amount of Lost. Most of my consumption of Lost is due to my wife, who she, for whatever reason, got, like, really into Lost in the last, like, couple of years, and she mainlined the whole series, like, straight through. And no, it got dumb to her. It got dumb to her after a while, but but my wife is one of those people that, like, if she starts something, no matter how much she dislikes it, she'll finish it.
Victim of sunk cost fallacy.
Yeah, no, because she did the same thing with Supernatural.
Okay.
Like, because Supernatural used to be our show.
Yeah,
and, like,
and then it got stupid.
And then it got stupid. But the thing is, the difference between me and her is, I stopped watching. She kept going. Like, she watched the whole thing.
Yeah.
And the whole time was just like, ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
so
I sometimes I do one of those things where it's like you just like keep me up to date. How about that? You know?
Yeah.
I
I'll look
come
it
out
up.
and we have dinner, and you know, if it happens to be on, you know, just
Oh, I love Cynthia so much, because whenever I would come out into the living room when she was watching Lost, if I came and sat down, she would just hand me the remote.
Yeah, here you go. Yeah, I know you
She's
don't
like,
watch it. Yeah, I know
she's
you don't
like,
watch
should
this
put this on. She's like, yeah, get this shit over here. And I mean, and yeah, that's fine. That's
Yeah.
fine.
That's the way a man eater is with like period pieces and stuff. I'm like some of them I'm cool with, but if it's some like what's that one? Downton Abbey. I
Oh
mean, like
yeah.
I'm like, look, I get the tutors, I get what's the one with the train people, they're all rich or whatever. And but anyways, it's but if it's something like you know what I'm talking about?
I
Something
think.
the Gilded Age.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. I actually see that.
That's
That's the
actually
funny
pretty
thing about
interesting.
me. I don't like Downton Abbey. I don't find Downton Abbey interesting at all. But I do like the
Uh-uh.
Gilded Age.
Gilded Age is dope. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Like
I
like
think.
those are ones.
Yeah.
But I'm like, what's going on here? Like, oh no, like it's just rich people and they're
Yeah.
what is like are they like backstabbing? Is anybody die? Is like no,
No,
they just like, they're just living their life and
just being
sometimes
petty.
there's well she's about to get married. And so they're like getting ready for this wedding and like this
Uh-huh.
I'm just like, oh my God, I'm not I can't do this.
No, like I would walk in the room sometimes when it was on and be like,
Yeah.
why?
It's like a walking simulator, like
It is, yeah, yeah. If Downton Abbey, like if we were talking about video, like if you broke it down
right,
in video game terminology, Downton Abbey is a walking simulator, while Gilded Age is an actual like
right, it's a
action
game. Yeah.
RPG or
Right,
some shit or
right.
whatever.
Yeah.
Like, or I'll say like like or like one like you know what? I'll be more fair. Gilded Age is like a really good Telltale game.
There you go. There you go.
Downton
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Abbey is a walking simulator where like you just walk places.
That's right.
But no, I liked, but no, I actually did enjoy the Gilded Age because I felt like it had
Yeah.
more meat, on its bones. But yeah, I don't like period piece shows by and large unless there's something like you gotta give me something. If it's just motherfuckers sitting around talking, yeah, cut that shit off, man. Put on somewhere like I'm not like this is gonna sound terrible because it's gonna make me sound like I'm one of those gun ball Negroes. Where like it's like, oh man, you only like shit if it's got like a gun or a ball, and I'm like, no, has
No,
nothing to do with that. Has
I'm not gonna lie, until you said that, I was like, gun ball. I don't know what the fuck that is, but
That
I'm
sounds
like,
kind of dope.
yeah.
No, it's this meme that kind of popped up. I forget, like I've seen a lot of people talk. I can't remember exactly where it originated from, but I've seen Mighty Keith talk about it before. Where basically like when they talk about video games, like they always say like you got like when it comes to black people, a lot of black
Call of
gamers.
Duty or Madden.
Yeah, it's like either Call of Duty or
2K.
or 2K. It's like if it ain't no shooting and it ain't no
Yeah.
if it ain't got no shooting and it ain't got no shooting,
shooting.
I don't want it. Which is not true. Though I will say you can add something that if it ain't got gun, ball, or beating somebody's ass, that's usually
Fighters, yeah.
yeah, like if it
yeah.
ain't sports, shooting or fighting, it's a
Yep.
you might your mileage is gonna vary. But no, for me, I gotta have more. I have to have a story.
Same.
I need consequences. I need nuance. I don't want to watch. I don't like watching shit that's dumb, like on purpose.
Right.
Like if that makes any
Right.
like, I don't know.
I have to I've tried. I've sat there and I'm like, what are people like? There has to be something to this
Mhm.
that it's popular, it's extremely successful. So I'm sitting here like, what's going on? And I feel like it's almost like one of those ADHD kind of things. It's like sometimes you just want to watch people read a book. you know, it's like, what's
Well,
going on? You know what? Nothing's going on, and that's what I need. She's growing her cucumbers and really upset they're not growing well. That's what this episode's about, and that's what I need in my life. There's too much other shit going on.
right.
Bro.
No. Well, yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say, like, yeah, you and I have talked about this before. One of my favorite shows is Spartacus, Blood
Right.
and Sand. But the thing is, it's a period piece, but it's also a period piece with titties. and
Right.
fighting and killing and
Right.
fucking double crossings and
Yep.
all kinds of gay shit. And I'm just like, hey, I'm here for this. I said, yeah,
Yep.
if you're gonna give me something boring, you better be able to church that shit up real good with all the stuff that I do like.
You know what's a good example of a show that you think like there's a feeling you get, right? And don't, get your mind out of the gutters when you watch shit like that, right? And it's like it does something to the reward center of your brain, right? See swords and beheadings and fucking and
Mm.
titties, and there's a show that if you watch it, the feeling you're getting while watching it, you would think that shit is going on. You know what I mean? And it's not. And it's Succession. Like you
Oh,
watch
yeah.
Succession and your brain is almost like, oh, they're gonna kill that motherfucker. Nobody dies.
Yeah, no.
Nobody dies. Like, oh shit. Like, damn, I bet there's gonna be some fucking crazy. They're gonna fuck. Watch. Nah, there's no fucking no titties. And it's just like,
No.
I feel like it's about to happen, but it's not. It doesn't happen. But I'm like, and I'm not disappointed. I'm like, damn, that was a good ass episode.
So you're saying it's called it's edgy edging.
Yeah, edgy edging. Yeah. There you go.
It's like, hey man, we about to do some edgy shit.
Yeah.
Nah, we just playing.
Nah, just kidding.
Nah, we got you.
He got high. He got high. He did get
Yeah,
high.
he got high. Yeah.
But like, what happened after the party? I don't know. We cut
like-
the scene. You know what I mean? Just use your imagination. How about that?
It's like, well, it's like, man, you know what it is? It's like one of those where it's like, man, yeah, well, Siobhan, like she married, so that's guaranteed we go see some cheeks.
Right.
And it's
Right.
like,
Oh, she hates
nah.
him. Okay.
Yeah, she hates him. We're not gonna see
Yeah.
that. You got photo bombed just a second ago, just FYI.
Oh, who's that?
Yeah.
My daughter.
No, your grandson.
Grandson.
I was like, because at first I saw, like, I kept seeing the dogs go by, but then, like, I saw, like, a person, and I was like, oh, shit. I was like, that's a person.
That's
but
not a dog.
yeah, I was like, wait a minute, that's not a tail whack. That's a person's hand. But no, all of that, really, at the end of the day, though, if you're if you're a person who, if you can get any modicum of enjoyment out of like a show like a Lost or a From, or what was the other one I was thinking about earlier, Under the Dome, or The 100, or any of those kind of like types of TV shows or whatever. Or what was that other one? There was another one. It was called like The Last Ship or something like that. Yeah, if you get like enjoyment out of shows like that, then I feel like you can find a lot to like in Paradise. I think like of all the shows, it's probably one of the better made ones. Maybe other than like the first couple of seasons of From. From gets real dumb in season 3. Like I'm talking remedial.
So I don't feel bad for stopping it. Yeah.
Yeah, like I love season 1 of From, love season 2 I love. Season 3, I'm not gonna lie, I spent most of that time just like, why? And when they put up I don't know if you saw, they put up a trailer for season 4, and you know what I loved was the general consensus when I was showing this to my mom, showing this to my wife, showing this to my kid. You know what they all said? Did we watch season 3?
Yeah.
I don't be like, wait a minute. I feel like I'm missing something. I'm like, no. I'm like, we watched season 3. I remember. I was that bored. I remember it.
And then and so season 4 is like, why they like just jumped into something else with no like setup?
I guess. I don't know, man. I like honestly when I was watching that trailer, I was like,
I kind of want to
I mean, if y'all say so. I was like, if y'all say so. I mean, I
Let me ask you
guess.
a question.
Mhm.
Here's a spoiler question. Does anybody leave the town ever?
No.
Nobody ever makes it out.
No.
So
matter of fact, that's the other thing that pops up in the trailer for season 4 is a whole other group of people who are now showing up. Because that was also the thing, was that like, I think across like season 2 and 3, there was like a new group of people who pulled up. And then now they have another group of people pulling up.
Mhm.
And it's like,
Well, that's good because now it's
yeah,
like now there's new people, new drama, new people who don't accept that they're not going to be able to get out, new people
right?
who are going to try to get out and
As if
fall
the
for
other people
people
never
saying,
tried.
right, right, right. And then even though everybody is telling them that's not your mom, why would your mom be outside here?
Why is she smiling like that?
They're still going to open the window or go outside.
Oh yeah, no, like that was the thing that pissed me off a lot about like that was kind of what was the beginning of the end for me. I think it was season 2 when they had that new bus of people that showed up, and then like there was the one dude who just did not want to believe anything anyone said until he literally almost got ripped apart. And I was just like, bro.
You talk about the actor or something?
Or no, he was
And
like ex-military or something.
oh, okay.
Or I forget. I don't actually remember he was ex-military, but he was just like this really edgy white dude that like
Okay.
he didn't want to listen to anybody, didn't want to believe anything anyone said. He thought that he knew better than everybody else, and it was just like he was just like it was. I don't know. I feel like sometimes when people write TV shows, look, okay, here's a sacred cow I'm ready for Hollywood to get rid of. Stop making characters whose only purpose is to be a heat sink. Just stop that. Just stop that, because it's lazy. It's lazy writing. It is the laziest writing. It's like you make a character, their only job is to make you mad. It's like there's ways to do that without like dedicating a whole character to it. Cause then I'm gonna spend because I'm not that person who will like continue to watch the show waiting for that person to get killed off. I'll just stop watching the show.
Right.
I'll be like, oh, this isn't one of those dudes who's like annoying and will eventually like die. No, this is a motherfucker y'all gonna keep on the show because y'all know how much people hate this person, and you think, oh, they're gonna tune in hoping to see this guy die, so we're gonna keep him around. No, I'm not that person. I'm not stupid. I will cut the show off and go watch something else.
You know what I realized? And I think I'm just now really not realizing this, like right now in this chair right now. I don't think I like shows
Mhm.
that look like they're never gonna have a conclusion.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
the problem, whatever the problem is always gonna be the problem. Right?
Mhm.
And I can't stand that. And I realized I don't like true crime like that either. I hated
Uh-huh.
unsolved mysteries when I was a kid.
Uh-huh.
And I hate true crime, and that's the thing that I ask my wife every time she's watching them. I'm like, "Ooh, what happened? What happened? Oh, fuck, they found the body like that? Do they know who did it?" You know, like,
You're right.
if she says no, I walk out. I'm like, "I don't
Yeah, no,
let me know when
man.
there's, like, an end to this story. Do not give me 72 different details and then end with, 'and we have no idea what happened.'" I'm like, "What?" You know, that's why I
I
stopped
don't
watching
like that
Lost.
shit.
That's why I, like, stopped watching From. It's like, your
Mm.
your show is not here to, like, for me to ask, "How does this wrap up?" Your show just wants me to continually be entertained by what's
Mhm.
happening in this microcosm, and I'm like, that's not enjoyable to me. I need a
No.
conclusion."
No, I like my stories to have a beginning, a middle, and an end.
Right.
And yeah, it's one of the main reasons why there's certain shows like, because I even told Cynthia this when we first started watching From. The second that I realized who made the show, like I'm talking about the second I discovered that this was a show that was made by the same people who made Lost, I was like,
Mm.
oh fuck, I'm gonna stop the show. Like, not saying I want to stop the show, but I was like, there's gonna reach a point in the show where I'm not gonna like this anymore. Like, I made
Right.
my peace with that, and I've hit
Right.
that point. I've actually hit that point, but I just like I watched season 3 because it was just like it was a way to commune with my wife and my family
Right.
and shit. But like,
Yeah.
but the whole time I was just like, this has gotten dumb, and it's also one of the main reasons why I refuse to fuck with One Piece. Because, like, everybody keeps saying, man, you got to give One Piece another chance. Give it another chance. But I was like, dude, we're over 11, almost 1,200 something episodes in and they still ain't figured out what the fuck the One Piece is. I was like, I can't live like that.
So I was
like
on that train just like you, but kind of going back to my thing, what has gotten me kind of like a little like I'm not saying I'm gonna start reading it, but I have been like, nah, I don't know, nah. It's because apparently it's supposed to wrap up, and then I read the writer, whoever that dude is, says
Oda.
Yeah, it's Oda's. It's coming to a close. I expect it to be done around 2030, 2031. Get the fuck out of my face.
Yeah, I was like, dude, this shit ain't never gonna end. Cause I'm sorry. Look, if you need that many chapters to tell a complete story, then your story's dog shit. I'm sorry. I don't care how much anyone likes it. Your story's dog shit. If you can't, and I know what people will say, well, what about American comics? They got some comics that have been running for thousands of issues. Here's the thing. Those aren't telling one complete story. They're just telling a bunch of random stories, like one after the other, and then the story just keeps going. There was never like serialized storytelling. That's something else. Like you're, if that's your argument, then you're never gonna win that fight with me because that's two different things. One Piece is supposed to have a definitive ending.
Yeah.
And that was kind of the thing from the word go. So like the fact that it is like, let's see here. Let's do this. How many chapters of One Piece are there currently? It says as of early 2026, there are over 1,170 chapters. And for those that don't understand how manga works, that means 1,170 issues. How many episodes? Here, let's see how many episodes.
arcs. How many arcs? That's what I
think there's like 16 or 20 or something like that. As a matter of fact, there's over as of early. Oh, really? It should say like this. As of this month, there are over 1,155 episodes of the series. If this shit is gonna keep I'm sorry, you've destroyed you've destroyed any chance of me ever wanting to watch this bullshit. I don't care. I don't care how leftist or socialist the ideals of the show are. I will appreciate it from afar. Like I do most things.
It's a show that I would have been mad that they ended. Right, there's this thing that people say, and I don't think it's always true, but it's like, no, I don't want it to go more than 3 or 4 seasons. Just wrap it up because it's gonna get stupid eventually, right? And I don't know that it's true because I mean, Always Sunny is still funny after freaking a million. You know what I mean? Some people could do it, some people can't, right? You know what show messed me up? Westworld.
Oh God.
Westworld, I fucking loved in season 1. The way, like, just that whole idea of being in a different world. I love the holodeck on Star Trek. I just love that idea of being, what's that one? Something online, Sword Online. And
Sword Art Online, like isekai.
Sword Art, yeah. That whole isekai thing, but like you're like in a digital thing, you know, and it's like that's cool. And then season 2. What do the symbols mean? And wow, I think they're trying to get out. You know what would have been fucking awesome? Is at the end of season 2, what happened, right? People fucking the robots won. They woke up. They walk out into the city, and the camera zooms out, and you just know they're gonna go start their own thing, and that's the end. But instead, you want me to watch a show called Westworld, right? Westworld. It was about being in the Wild West, but the Wild West thing is already it's destroyed. They beat it, and then they go out into the real world, and then they go out into like this. There's like a samurai one, and it's like, bro, you're like, it's like it's not even the same show anymore. Like, what? It needed to be wrapped up.
Westworld was one of those shows I think would have been better served if it only had one season. Like if
Yeah.
they did it
Yeah,
like
yeah,
as a
yeah.
limited series, like instead of like kind of
Yeah.
like how I've noticed not every show, but some shows are starting to do now, where it's like, nah, this is just a one and done. Like this is a one and done. Tell your story and
Like
get
all
the
her
fuck
fault
out.
or something, like, you know?
Oh yeah. That
Yeah.
was one where I was
Yeah.
like, oh, because I remember when I was watching that, I was like, there's no way that this is going to be a show that can go past season one. And then when it got to him, I was like, okay, yeah, cool. It knew it.
Yep.
The show understood the assignment. It understood that it was supposed to sit down and
Yeah. Just wrap it
be
up.
done.
Wrap it up. You know? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that shit. I love to see that shit. Real quick, I do want to pull this up. Got Screwface Capone here says, is it like Chris on The Wire asking who Leak be? Talk about this for earlier. We were talking about Memphis and how you could tell. Yeah, it kind of is. Yeah, it actually kind of is. It's very like it's easy to spot people who aren't actually from. Like if you are from Memphis, you know people. You know when people aren't actually from Memphis. There's a very specific demeanor that you would have. We also got 10 from Raf Canis says, appreciate you both. We appreciate you. Thank you. I guess, let's go ahead and get into, I guess, yeah, let's go ahead and get into our shit. Let's go ahead and get into our shit. Because as you all know, a new trailer for Supergirl came out. And the people have lost their fucking minds. Well, I say people. The chuds have
people's yeah, I don't know.
Well, people are, I tell you what,
Strong term.
it's a when I say that nerds and incels are gonna cry about this movie, they're not gonna be for the same reasons. I think nerds are gonna cry during this movie. When they do actually get the opportunity to see it. I think nerds are gonna be crying for the right reasons because I think this movie is going to. I think this movie's gonna hit,
bro. You know me and animals. I'm gonna be. My son is gonna move chairs. Like, he's gonna. I'm gonna be like. And you know how sometimes you want to be quiet.
Yeah,
like, you can't help it. Like, it'll be a squeak or like a inhale or something. And I'm gonna be in that theater like.
I was like, oh shit. Oh man, I'm good. Nah, man, I'm good. I swear I'm good.
I'm gonna step outside.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is, the trailer kind of gave away a little bit more of what the plot is. And I mean, honestly, it didn't have to because I saw the writing on the wall the second that the second that the teaser came out. I mean, really, not even the teaser. When the fucking Superman movie came out, it was pretty clear, what was going on, in the Superman movie. You get to the end, of Superman, and Kara shows up, and she's in the trench coat. She's looking kind of haggard. Yeah, she's hungover, looking haggard, and kind of like, not really. Yeah, she looks like she's been going through some shit. She looks like, and then we got the promotional imagery that basically kind of showed the same thing. She's in the trench coat. I was like, okay, cool. I know what this is now. I was like, I fully understand the assignment on what this movie or whatever it's proposing itself to be, because I was like, oh yeah, this is Supergirl. This is gonna be Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, and all that entails. And for those who don't know, Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, fantastic comic, probably one of Tom King's best works I've ever read. And I would even go as far as to say, in my opinion, the definitive Supergirl story. I think. I think that this book is fantastic. If you've never read it, I do highly recommend that you do read it. It's just that good of a story. It's that good of a story, and it's not even like a particularly long story. I think this is like, I think all total it's like 7 or 8, maybe 9 issues of a book. and it's fantastic. Like you get to follow Supergirl on what is effectively a here's the best way to describe it. If you've ever seen the movie True Grit, I don't care if it's the original with John Wayne or the remake with the dude. You know what I'm talking about. The dude. You know the guy. You know him. Yeah, the dude. He has the rug.
Yeah.
He has the rug that tied the whole room together. You know that.
What does he say? He's like well, that's just like your opinion, bro, man.
Right,
dude.
it's your opinion, man. You know,
man.
Yeah, but no, I love this. I love this series because that's basically kind of what it is. Like Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow is very much a True Grit style story where you have a young lady who was always is weird about her name, like Ruthie or Ruthie, because it's the way it's spelled. It's always kind of weird to me. But yeah, you have Ruthie. I'm just calling her Ruthie. I don't really care what anybody says. Her name's Ruth. That's her name now. Ruth. That is her name. But basically, she ends up finding herself in a situation where she needs to get revenge on this guy by the name of Krem of the Yellow Hills. This is a guy who is basically done grave injury to her family in terms of basically killing her father. And she wants revenge. And who is going to help her get revenge? Supergirl, because Supergirl just so happens to be around. But now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking to yourself, well, wait a minute, Supergirl would never do that. Supergirl would never help someone get revenge. Maybe she'd help them get justice, but vengeance? Why would Supergirl throw herself into that category? And it is for this reason and this reason alone. The very thing you see in the Supergirl trailer, Crypto gets shot with an arrow. That's basically how everything kicks into gear with the story. And it also kind of I think
well, just in case they use a story.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, I'm gonna read it anyways. Don't worry about it.
Well, I can tell you right now, I don't think it's gonna be a direct one-to-one adaptation. Because for one, Lobo does not play that big Lobo is not really much of a thing in Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. So the fact that Lobo is around kind of that makes things like I said, they show him off a fair bit more in this trailer, but it's like I imagine he's probably not going to play that big a factor in the movie. Just enough to say, hey, he was there, but but no.
Rand Corking said this is going to be like Old Yeller. I'm like, you better not.
Tell
you what, everybody in that theater, you better know where the fire exit is, because I'm burning that shit down.
Oh yeah, no. This shit would be Jover, basically. Just burn this motherfucker down. But no, in this, I think the focus is largely. I think the focus is largely going to stay on Supergirl because, like I say, she's grieving. She's going through some. Dude, that shit was heat.
So money.
Dude,
this is gonna be another one of those things that's like you're gonna hate something awesome, aren't you?
Yeah,
you know. Like
they are.
And it's like like the Eternals and Marvels, and it's like I like the movies. They're good movies. You hate it, because you're a loser. But whatever. But then if you hate something like super dope, like Captain Marvel or this, like it's like. Shut the fuck up. You know damn well that this is awesome.
Right. Well, and the thing is, I think you would be able to kind of see the writing on the wall with some of this stuff because you've got you've got a Supergirl story where Supergirl's kind of going through some shit. She's really just kind of struggling with compartmentalizing, her life and where she came from. Because that's another thing I think you guys got to remember too. Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. This is a Supergirl who's still dealing with the loss of Krypton, and it's something you kind of see highlighted in this trailer. And the thing is, and it's even talked about briefly in the first teaser, where Supergirl's like, "Oh, I think somebody said something about losing everything she knew in like a day." And she makes a comment that the gods are not that kind, because Krypton wasn't lost in a day. Like it was, this was like a whole thing that like spanned like a pretty long stretch of time, and they do kind of cover that in Woman of Tomorrow. So I think that's gonna be something that's gonna, like, honestly, that sector of the movie I think is gonna break some people. Especially since we didn't really see it in Superman. You're gonna see it in Supergirl, and I think a lot of people are gonna walk away from that being like, fuck. And of course, there is we do still have Ruth. Ruth is going to be there, and she's going to be doing her thing most likely. I'm curious to see how she's going to act in this, because like really the book itself is through her eyes, not Supergirl's. It's when you read Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, it's from her perspective, not Supergirl's. She's recounting the story to you of what has happened. And I think that's a really nice touch. I will say there's one thing I do take umbrage with, and it's something I saw other people say too. I don't like that they made Krim so fugly. Like, it's like they went out of their way to make him look weird.
Like,
which extra. I mean, yeah, like, because that's not what he looks like. That's not what he looks like in the comic. Yeah, obviously. But yeah, I thought that was a choice, because I mean, he's largely a pretty normal looking dude. More or less. Like I said, I'll pull this back up. I mean, this is him right here. I mean, outside of having purple eyes, dude is, I mean, he's just a dude. He's a regular, halfway decent looking dude who does not do anything close to halfway decent shit. But I don't know.
I wonder why they went that route. It was like, maybe because they didn't want like this guy just looks like a Green Arrow, but bad.
Right. Oh, so here's the funny thing about this Chi-Town, Dan. It's funny that you just said this. They have already complained. They have already complained about this. This is, I saw it this morning. I saw people complaining, saying that the Melissa Benoist Supergirl was better. Now, here's the funny thing. Robo, did you ever watch the old, I say old, it's not that old, but did you ever watch the CW's Supergirl series? Did you ever get jiggy with that to any degree?
I watched the first couple. I think by that time I had fallen off CW.
Okay, you didn't miss anything. So basically the long and short of this, let me see if I can find it. Here it is right here. Bam, there we go. So I saw one person online say this, and I thought it was hilarious, because when people do shit like this, I was actually about to do the clap back myself, but then somebody else beat me to it. So I said, you know what? Stand down. Right here, we've got this person, whoever they are. I don't even think this person's really anybody of any import. I've never heard of them. I don't even think they're real, if I'm keeping it a buck. But they basically were like, is this the biggest downgrade of all time? Now, here's what they did. They cherry picked 2 images of Supergirl, they cherry picked one where Melissa Benoist, which I also want to point something else. Melissa Benoist is like one of the more laid back celebrities that has been a part of any kind of like superhero fandom. And I'm gonna tell you right now, if you're thinking Melissa Benoist is gonna like co-sign you, you're out of your mind.
Right.
Because she's not. But they cherry picked this moment where like Melissa is just sitting there doing nothing, and another moment where Supergirl is actually doing something. So that's already like red flag right there. But I love how someone else went back and and did a cherry pick of their own and said, "Wow, look, anyone can do the same thing." It's like, hey, wait a minute. Hey, look, that's Millie Alcock right there. Yeah, yeah. Wait a minute. Who is Melissa Benoist?
Oh my God. A biggest upgrade ever?
Right. I don't know. I think this is an upgrade, my guy. I think this is an upgrade. But no, in all reality, both Supergirls are valid. I think both Supergirls are valid. I don't think you have to tear down one to uplift another.
Of course not.
But the reality
didn't you know the only value women bring to anything, your life, TV, art, is, are they hot? Do you want to fuck them?
Right.
That's it. And if that question isn't answered, then why even women? Right? I mean,
right.
I had this talk the other day, and it's gonna veer off Supergirl just a smidge.
That's fine.
I think that the forces that created the patriarchy were gay as fuck.
I believe you.
I was talking to my daughter, and I'm like, we were talking about like how dumb, like, the alpha, whatever, red pill and shit. And then something dawned on me. I was defending male cheerleaders, and people in the arts. I'm like, well, I'll tell you what, like, every male cheerleader I've ever met have been like buff ass dudes and had no problem with women. Well, of course, they work out every day. They're gymnasts and they're surrounded by cheerleaders and women. So of course, right? Actors, people in the arts, same thing. And then I'm like, you know why I didn't though? Because I was afraid of being called gay.
What?
So check this out. Check the logic. I didn't care that I'm gonna go into a space that has a lot of women as a straight dude, because I cared what my guy friends cared about. Like, I cared about my guy friends more than going into being in a space with a bunch of women. Which and I'm like, everything about the patriarchy, everything about misogyny is like, you guys aren't as cool as me and my boys. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm like, I think I get it. I think you all are just closeted and you're figuring, I think that's what it is. And it's like, the only reason why their closeted nature is destroying the world is because they don't want to accept that. And so they make their repression everybody else's problem. I'm like, bro, just accept yourself. Man.
I mean, I think that being, well, you know what it is. The reason why they never will is because they equate homosexuality with femininity, and if femininity is weak, therefore homosexuality is weak. Therefore, if gay, then weak. If woman, then weak. If gay, then woman and weak. It's the reason why they don't have as much smoke. It's the reason why transphobes have all the smoke in the world for trans women, but never bring up trans men, because they're like, oh, you want to be a part, of our club, but you cut your dick off to join the other club, so you're weak. It says a lot.
I hate women.
Says a lot.
I hate women so much.
I mean, look at Andrew Tate. Look at Andrew Tate, like the Fresh and Fit guys. 'Cause I think didn't they have like didn't they have something recently where like people were talking about it and it was like people were saying this is the gayest shit ever because like it was basically a bunch of dudes just hanging out and being all alpha bro, but the way they were acting, it just looked like they were at a gay party, but nobody told them they were at the gay party.
I read an article about Top Gun, and I was like,
it's gay as fuck.
I was like, oh my god, never even clicked. I was like,
Mhm.
yeah, the love interest is like not even a thing. He doesn't care, and it's all about him and Goose, not Goose. The two Maverick and Goose's like relationship and the volleyball scene. I was like, man, what kind of world would we live in if like homophobia wasn't a thing? It was just normal. Like I bet you that'd be world peace right there.
Dude, have you ever watched Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2?
Yeah, I had to. Yeah, probably.
That movie, that was one of the reasons why people said that movie didn't like the reason why nobody talks about that movie is because of the homoerotica. That's in
Remind me, like what scene was homoerotic? I
well,
can't
no,
remember.
the whole movie, just the whole movie.
The movie.
Yeah, no, just literally the whole movie. I mean, there's not like one specific scene, but it's just like the way that matter of fact, shit, there's a whole documentary that I added to Plex about it. But basically the way that the main character of the movie had, here it is right here. Scream Queen, My Nightmare on Elm Street examines the infamous homoerotic subtext and the special place the film holds in the Nightmare franchise, as well as the gay film canon. Yeah. It's it's funny because some people forget that like they forget how how closely tied that movie was to that. Like the reason why I always think about it because Mark Patton, the guy the main guy from Nightmare on Elm Street 2 is, to my understanding, openly gay himself. And he's talked about it. He's in the documentary. He's like the main central figure of the documentary, basically. And he's talked about it pretty openly himself. Like like it's not even like oh hey, no man, Blerd's just reading too deep into it. It's like, no, it's a thing. I've seen I've seen the things. But no, I'll just say this. Because it's not just like a couple of people who are saying this shit. We have also encountered industry people talking about this. Are you familiar with Chuck Dixon? Are you familiar with Chuck Dixon on any major level, Robo?
I bet you I Google him. I am. Let me see.
So Chuck Dixon, he is the writer who is a co-creator of Bang.
Okay.
Used to write.
Yes, it would have been no, but go ahead.
Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, honestly, you didn't miss anything. But basically, this asshole right here, that's Chuck Dixon. He is a guy who is responsible for like once upon a time, I used to put this man's Nightwing on a pedestal. Once upon a time, like I used to be like, dude, this was like the Nightwing that got me solidly into Nightwing. But the thing is, this guy, he's become so cooked to the point of being burnt that he's a whole maggot, he's a whole Trump supporter. This was the guy who you might I think you might remember this, Robo. Do you remember when there was that picture that was circulating around? And it was the absolute Batman.
Oh yeah.
But he was like doing like the whole like Daniel Warren Johnson had put this image out and whatever. Well,
you brought that up last week.
Yeah, Chuck Dixon was the guy who had this commissioned, where it's Batman with ice on his chest.
Yeah.
And, snatching up, Antifa, which not an organization. This is how you know people aren't serious. Antifa's not an organization. It's an ideology. There is no Antifa. There is no Antifa office. There is no Antifa chapter. There is no Antifa president. No one there. Like, the sooner that we all accept that there is no actual Antifa, it's not a thing. I'm here to tell you right now, that shit is not real. The Easter Bunny is more real than an Antifa organization. So that right there kind of tells you a lot right then and there. So fuck that guy.
Right.
But he recently had some thoughts about the whole Supergirl thing. Basically, he recently came out and had some smoke about a month and some change ago for James Gunn, saying that I don't think he knows what the audience wants in regards to James Gunn, saying that James Gunn doesn't get it. He doesn't know what fans like. Which is funny when you consider how popular Superman was last year. More popular than probably anything Chuck Dixon has ever made. And that includes Bane. That includes Bane. But no, he goes on to say that wait, here it is right here. Let me see if I can make some heads or tails out of this mess. Here we go. So right here, he's talking about how he goes, the other thing I find perplexing is that so much of this material is going to be based on relatively new comics that appeared within the last decade or so. These are not core basic DC properties or DC stories. These are like recent reboots, reiterations, or reimaginings. And that's fine, except they're not comics that sold particularly well. They're not record breakers. They might have been among the best-selling things at DC, but that's kind of like saying, well, this turtle came in first in the turtle race. So what he's trying to get at here is that he thinks that James Gunn is choosing too recent stuff. Now, that's funny coming from Chuck, because and I want to make sure that we're clear here when I say this. He says that he doesn't say a little bit. He says so much of this is based on new material. Here's the thing. That Superman movie, that was a lot of fucking Silver Age, Triangle era Superman, shit that was coming out when Chuck was on the scene. So if by his metric, he's saying that invalidates these movies, then that means his work by proxy is bullshit. I'm going to keep it a stack with you on that one. I always will. Now, the other thing that he brings up,
I do want to say real quick that I find it funny in the other picture where he said they were among the best-selling titles in DC, but that's like saying a turtle came in first at the turtle race. Like, so is putting out comics in DC? Is DC the turtle race? Yes, because you said they don't sell particularly well. They might have been among the best-selling things at DC. What are you saying right now? Because it sounds like you're contradicting yourself.
I mean,
do you get it? Because maybe
no. I honestly don't get what the fuck he's trying to say, because I mean, then you're basically shitting on your own works. Because most of your most popular works are at DC.
Right.
Like, you are the Bane guy. That's your claim to fame. You're the Bane guy. You're the guy who made Bane. So, I mean, so now what? Now what?
Right.
And, and yes, Barry just dropped, what I think is the truthest of truths. Gail, talking about Gail Simone, took over Birds of Prey, which was on the verge of cancellation after Dixon, and she brought them back and elevated them to stellar levels. That's the thing. A lot of people forget Chuck Dixon's Birds of Prey. Oh my God, it was abysmally bad.
Really?
It was abysmally bad. That book literally was going to be canceled. And that's not hearsay. And yes, Chuck Dixon did also do work for Ripa. He did a book called Alpha Core. Interesting. Interesting choice of title. I'm sure you can guess what that book was about. Let's see here. Let's see here. It's very easy. I can do this so easy. It's not even actually funny. How do I break up Chuck Dixon? When he wrote most of the Robin series, Nightwing and Batgirl and Catwoman, Birds of Prey, Connor Hawk, Detective Comics, Joker, The Last Laugh, I will tell you. I literally just said one right here. He almost got Birds of Prey canceled. That's how bad it was. Gail saved that book. As a matter of fact, I just said earlier in the show, you probably weren't listening. Nightwing. I used to love his Nightwing, but you know what? There's better Nightwing out there now. There's infinitely better Nightwing out there. Tim Seeley, Tom Taylor. I forget the name of the cat that's on Nightwing now, but also, yes, that person as well. There's infinitely more Nightwing. Like, there are more Nightwing comics that have been made since Chuck Dixon was on Nightwing that are better than the goddamn Nightwing comics that he made. Even Robin, like, I mean, I'll take the Pepsi challenge with his shit and take anybody else. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, dude, there's so many others. Like you can. We look, here's the thing. Just because someone wrote some shit you liked once upon a time, you don't got to keep fucking with them after that. Like, I'm sorry, but you don't have to. I'm not telling anybody to burn up their copies of Chuck Dixon properties, but I mean, I'm just saying, like, we also, like, case in point, I like to use, I'll use a personal one for me. John Byrne. I fucking swear by the John Byrne sensational She-Hulk series. I think it's the best She-Hulk stuff that we probably had up until maybe some more recent stuff. And even then, I still think John Byrne's sensational She-Hulk, it still holds up against just about anything She-Hulk today, other than like maybe the Dan Slott and Charles Soule run. But I also know that John Byrne is a transphobic piece of shit. He thinks that people who are trans have a mental illness, and he thinks that they should undergo conversion therapy. He's trash. So therefore, I do not support him in anything he does. See, you can walk and chew bubble gum. I can still say that
Neil
I really
Gaiman.
did. Yeah, Neil Gaiman. That's another one. Dude, I fucking love Sandman. I love Neil Gaiman's Eternals.
Yeah.
Run. I think he actually did write, up until Kieran Gillen came along, he wrote the best Eternals that was ever written. And I don't mean like, because it was because it was a low bar, you only had to like step over it. But no, because he legitimately did. He wrote what was effectively the best ever Eternal series that was ever made until Kieran Gillen came along and wrote a better one. So yeah, and even then, I still say fuck Neil Gaiman. We can hold.
You don't even have to do anything bad.
No,
like Jason Aaron writes my absolute core favorite comics of all time, right? So Jason Aaron's Thor is something like, where is it? It's on this side. No, it's off camera. But I gotta fix that. I fucking love Jason Aaron's Thor. Like, I probably read that shit like 20 times. I haven't read anything else of his that really hits like that. So I'm not gonna stan him like he's the best writer ever. He wrote my favorite shit, but that doesn't mean you stay the best forever. You know what I mean?
No,
for everything.
I will say, I do highly recommend you check out Southern Bastards and Bug Wars. Those are amazing.
Southern Bastards. That is pretty good.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I hate it will never end. I hate it will never end because his artist was a piece of shit. Was it Jason Latour, I believe was his name, but he got busted for it was like either SA or unwanted sexual advances. One of the two, take your pick. Might have been a little bit of both. But basically, yeah, because of that, Jason Aaron will probably never end Southern Bastards, though it is being made into a TV show. So there's that. And I did talk to Jason Aaron. He did say that the show shouldn't
wrap it up,
survive more than one. Yeah,
right.
Like so long as it survives more than one season, they'll actually have a definitive ending on that. But no, Bug Wars, which is a book he's got at Image right now. That book is fucking amazing. Oh my god, I love that book so much.
I gotta fix that then. So bad example.
Yeah. Well, no. But I mean, but I do agree though. I do agree. Yeah, not everybody's gonna like. Case what? I love Gail Simone. I fucking love Gail Simone. Do I love everything Gail writes? No. But I love most of what she writes.
Like I hated her Red Sonja.
See, now you lied. See, look, it's not April Fool's anymore, Robo. It's not April Fool's anymore. Why?
You're right. You're
right. But that said, you can like the work. Okay, I'm gonna keep it a whole stack with y'all. You, no matter how woke you think you are, no matter how leftist you think you are, no matter how socialist you think you are, no matter how much of an ally or an accomplice you think you are, you like something problematic.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody does. I'm not saying I'm excluded either. I love
Pulp Fiction. Pulp Fiction is not okay.
Pulp Fiction, Jackie Brown, Reservoir Dogs. I love a lot of Tarantino's early works. I don't like his newer shit quite. I think Inglourious Basterds might be like the last like even Django I have some issues with. I have issues with Django, just like it's a movie that while I enjoy, it's not a movie I like revisiting. For a lot of reasons. But the thing is, everybody likes something that was made by somebody problematic. I'm telling you right now, do you like Lord of the Rings? Well, guess what? Then you're a fucking racist. Sorry, you're a racist. Why? J.R.R. Tolkien was a racist. you like Cthulhu and Arkham Horror and all that shit? Guess what? You're a fucking racist. Because guess who was the most comically terrible racist of all time? H.P. Lovecraft.
Like when I first heard about like all the shit that, illustrates how racist he was, I literally thought, I'm like, come on, you guys are being stupid now. Like, nobody's that racist. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah. H.P. Lovecraft was so racist, other racists didn't take him seriously. They're like, look, man, calm down, okay? Yeah, we hate darkies too, but you're taking it too far. You're taking it too far.
Yeah.
But that's the thing though. That's the thing though. We all like something problematic. We do. And if you think you don't, you're lying to yourself. I promise you are. Somebody who you would not want to be associated with has made something, a piece of art that you like. Case in point. For as transphobic and weird as Dave Chappelle is,
yeah,
I still like the Chappelle Show.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't like.
And I'll go further. I'll even say he's funny right now.
When he's not, when he tells jokes. When he actually tells jokes.
Yeah. But I mean, like, when he talks about race, smart as fuck. When he's telling jokes, still funny.
Yeah.
It's those kind of things where I'm like, you don't have to pretend that someone's bad at what they do to acknowledge that they're bad people. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I think it kind of goes to what you were saying earlier about people getting mad about you criticizing their show. And you were saying you told me,
yeah,
I didn't even say I stopped watching it. it's like, no, there are some people who you're not allowed to you're not allowed to criticize. If I like something and you criticize it, you're criticizing me. You're criticizing my character. Like, what?
Oh my god, what was it? I was just talking to somebody about this on Threads the other day because it was something that Aluronati said. It was social mirroring. Like, when someone says bad thing about thing that person likes, they take it as a criticism of themselves. And I'm like, dude, we got to get out of that shit because that's not the way. That's not the way. I don't like that shit. Like, no, yeah.
Now, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say that, like, if y'all think that when I talk shit about something that must mean I hate it, man, I would hate for y'all to hear about some shit I love. Because I tear into shit I love way worse than shit I hate. I could. One of my favorite movies. One of my fucking favorite movies of all time. To this day. To this very fucking day. Is True Romance. It's actually the movie I always say. It's the Tarantino movie that Tarantino didn't direct. Because he wrote it. He didn't direct it, he just wrote it.
True.
But I can pick that movie apart. It has all kind of problems. It's not tight. I mean, it's still a great movie, but it's like it has issues. And not just from a social standpoint, like looking at it through the a lens of 2026, but it also has issues from a narrative standpoint. I love the movie though. Fucking love the movie. Like, okay, I tell you what, you know how earlier I said I don't give a fuck about Elvis? There's only one Elvis I give a fuck about, and it's Val Kilmer. That's the only Elvis I have ever rocked with, and it's only because he's not real. He's a figment of Christian Slater's imagination. That's all, and he's mostly in the background, just walking around. And saying all kind of problematic shit. Saying all kind of wild shit. I was like, probably like actual Elvis, most likely. But yeah, it is what it is. But what were you about to say?
Must have been a lie.
I'm not gonna, when you took that long pause, I was like, he forgot.
Yeah.
I was like, he forgot.
Yeah. It's not important, but I know Shadow Sonic Silver's 6. Oh, this is yours.
Oh man! What are we doing? There? Says talking about Chuck Dixon just makes me wish the Harry Potter series wasn't owned by Lord Moldy Butt, because I can buy old Batman comics and the money won't go to erasing my people, unlike the money Moldy Butt gets from Harry Potter. And okay, and here's the thing. This is okay. So I'm gonna put y'all on game.
Buy some used DVDs or Blu-rays.
You know what? Honestly, when it comes to people like Chuck Dixon, I mean, because I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like the man hasn't written some good stories. I'm not going to sit here and say that. I'd be lying. I'd be lying through my teeth, and you guys would never take me seriously if I said that. But here's the thing. If you just have to engage with those stories, buy them secondhand. Go on a place like In Stock Trades and buy it there, because the book's already been bought. Remember that? You know how I always tell y'all when you walk into a comic shop, if you walk into a comic shop and go pick up, you go like, oh, hey, this book on the shelf looks really cool. Here, let me buy this. That supports the shop. But if you go into a shop and say, hey, I want to pre-order this book, and then you come back when the book comes in and you pick up the book, you pay for it, that supports both the shop and the creators, everybody involved. Same thing goes with In Stock Trades, because those books are already paid for. You're just buying them. In Stock Trades is basically like Overstock.com for comics, if that makes any sense. So I mean, yeah, you're not lining pockets of anybody specifically. So that's why I always say, yeah, if you're gonna buy comics, if you want to buy a comic from a problematic person, buy that shit secondhand and be done with it. I do it all the time. Referring to Lord Moldy Butt. I want to remind people, if you're still fucking
J.K. Rowling,
yes,
oh, Is that a reference to something or
Remember
Moldy
she had this was like a thing. It went viral around the time that all the Iman Khalif stuff was going on
Mhm,
during the Olympics, but like people
mhm.
noticed there was like some shit that looked like mold behind her in her house. Now I will say I feel like that was debunked. I think some people did actually like debunk that it was just like,
Cares? Nah, it's
but
real.
but but
Headcanon.
but for me, I believe it's mold. So that's just me.
That's right.
I'm sticking with the mold story, just FYI. But
Moldy walls.
yeah, she had moldy.
I'm
Yeah,
looking at it.
yeah. See, but when you look at that picture, does it not look like mold?
Yeah. Yeah. Ugh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
It looks like mold. I'm sorry, it just does. I
Yeah.
don't make the rules. And here for anyone, and I'm gonna preface this by saying I'm preparing you all for a jump scare. I'm gonna prepare you all for you just for a jump scare scenario, but yeah, because yeah, we're gonna be pulling up J.K. Rowling, and she is a abysmally just crypt keeperish looking woman. But yes, that was a thing. Here, where's a good, here, I got one right here. We go. You know what I hate about Instagram? Here, oh, I think I found a perfect one. I found a perfect one because it gets rid of her face. There you go. It removes her face from the proceedings. But like, this is why people thought that she had mold. You look like right here. Here, let's see. You see right here, people saw that and they're like, oh, that looks like mold. Like this mold, like you see like here. But apparently, I don't know. Some people try to say, oh, there's like a design. It's like a design thing
Nah, that's a lie.
along the walls.
It's conspiracy theory. It's mold.
Yeah,
It's
no,
mold.
that's mold. No, it's 100% it's mold. It's fucking mold, dude. Let's just go ahead and say it's fucking mold. Like I said, you like I acknowledge that it. Like I will say right now, I acknowledge that people want to say that. I'm saying bullshit.
That's right. By the way, you owe 2 of those.
Yes, I do. I'm about to get to the other one, but first, we gotta do this first one. And thank you for that. 1999 Moldy Butt Super Chat. And then we also got Fluminum with the 1999 Canadian Super Chat. Oh, it said, Brother Blerd. Let me hear that jingle for the one-time player. You know I had to get you. You know I was gonna take care of you. Also, shout out, shout out to Drake because like I said, I'm glad you're taking my advice to heart. Wait, Ernie, what were you gonna say about the Harry Potter series before we? Oh, but we got distracted by moldy walls. Yes. So what I was gonna say is, if you're still supporting. Yes. If you are still supporting J.K. Rowling in 2026 and you think that she's not transphobic, you think that she is that everything has been overblown, because I know that was a thing that was going around for a little bit. I don't know if you saw this. But J.K. Rowling, she has that there's the new Harry Potter show that's coming out. And one of the things that came up was or not she, but John Lithgow, who is going to be playing Dumbledore on the show, basically said that all the stuff about, first he tried to say, like before, that he didn't know about any of the transphobic stuff. He said that last year. Now this year he's saying that, well, I think it's all blown out of proportion and misinterpreted. So I want to show you. Yeah, he's a transphobe. He's a trans. Just say you're a fucking transphobe already, and make it easy on everybody.
Words,
way less. But no, I have this tweet from J.K. Rowling, and this is a real fucking tweet. 6:38 p.m. March 26th of 2026. Note the time and the date, and look And what JK had to say says today's ruling by the IOC means a welcome return to fair sport for women and girls, but I'll never forget the scandal of Paris 2024 when people who consider themselves supremely virtuous and progressive publicly cheered on men punching women. Now, here's the thing about this. Notice the picture she used. She used the picture of Iman Khalif. She used a picture of Iman Khalif, and I want to make something very clear here. Iman Khalif is a biological woman. Like, it's not like, I'm not saying that because like I think that it's because she is a biological woman. Matter of fact, here's something, and I saw someone else say this shit, and I thought it was so fucking spot on, and it just proves that some of these transphobes, their brains do not work in 3D. So, Robo, if Iman Khalif was actually a trans woman, she never would have made it to the fucking Olympics in 2024. And I can tell you why. She's from Algeria. And we all know how Algeria moves. Do y'all really think Algeria would be out here letting a trans woman represent them on the world's largest fucking sports stage in 2024? Shit, they wouldn't do that shit in 2026, let alone 2024. Fuck no, they wouldn't do it. That woman would be dead. In prison or dead. Take your pick. In prison or dead.
107,000 likes. You know what people said about that too?
What's that?
They go, no, she just hides it because of what you just said. Like, where she's from is not allowed. But so you're saying she's secretly trans and hides it from both her country and the Olympic whatever we call them, the board.
Well, I mean, I was about to say she competed in 2023.
Right.
No
they
scandal.
Have checked, it literally came out that like, no, she's a cis woman.
Not to mention, you know why they didn't bring it up in 2023 though? Because she lost.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
And the thing is, I want to make something clear. When she won at Paris, not the second person, but the first woman that she beat, the one that like got all the controversy kicked off, the girl that was crying and saying that, oh, I've never been hit that hard before in my life. Yeah, quit. Dude,
sounds like a skill issue.
Right? Like, here's the thing. She had a history of losing.
Cried about it too.
And crying. I was like, dude, it couldn't be me. And look, I don't know. I don't know who needs to hear this shit, but I need y'all to know right now, unequivocally, without fucking question, y'all would never see my ass sitting up here saying no raggedy ass shit like that. That is some of the look. Let that be the equivalent of.
Wouldn't let that shit happen to me though.
There is no fucking way. There's no fucking way. But no, I find it interesting that that she went this route.
By the way, the funniest part about that clip is actually hearing Usher giggling in the background.
Yes. But oh my God. And Usher has his own little set of problems right now. I don't even I know.
The hell?
Oh, he basically provided cover for Diddy.
Oh.
Yeah, he pulled that, well, I'm not gonna kick a man while he's down. And I'm like, well, he sure didn't seem to care about kicking a woman while she was down, like actually like physically, literally on the fucking ground. So I was like, you might want to straighten up. But no, between like Usher and Nick Cannon and Amber Rose and then Chili from TLC. Yeah, dude, I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm kind of done with a lot of Negroes right now. I'm just like, yeah, man, y'all y'all are all trash. All these people out here making excuses. Y'all are trash.
Let me tell y'all
Stop
something.
it.
Most of us here are Gen X or elder millennials.
Mm-hmm.
And I say all the time, my generation, this world's going to be a lot better off when we die off. Because we are the fringe of our generation.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like our parents, when the ones who were living through the 60s and 70s and shit, like there's a large bulk of them that were fucking based. But Gen X,
oh man,
and like 81, 82 babies,
oh yeah,
we are cooked. So every single celebrity from our teen years and early adult years and childhood, they're coming out. I was like, you know what? Why am I surprised? Why am I surprised? I shouldn't be,
Whenever I meet people who are of my generation, because like I fall into that elder millennial crowd, so it's like because I'm 82, so yeah. Whenever Zennials. I like. I'm not gonna hold you, man. I feel a great well of shame a lot of the time because, like, now I will say,
especially people of color. I say especially. That's the one part where I disagree with FD. FD signifier was making said something. He's I think he's in our generation too. At least
I think so. Yeah, I think he is. Yeah,
he was talking about how that's a myth about blah blah blah, and I'm like,
yeah, he's our age.
You're gonna have to show me numbers, man, because I don't know how many.
That is a diabolical ass image, dude. Oh my god!
Now you gotta put it up.
Oh god, dude! I need FD to take this down. I need him to take this down. So here, I did a quick little cursory search. Here, I'm gonna zoom this in so you'll see.
Oh, you know what that's from? You know what that's from?
What's this from?
That is from. First of all, that's TJ1. If you don't know, awesome YouTuber. They did. I don't want to say 2020 something, maybe 2022.
Yeah,
April Fools.
Okay.
And FD did a video that was posted on TJ1's video, and he did a video that was posted on FD, and the video was about how not all black people look alike and how everybody, and of course FD pretending to be not FD, everybody keeps telling me I look like FD, and then a lot of people didn't get the joke and like what the fuck's going on, and then people who did were laughing their ass off, and AI picked that up and goes,
that's FD.
Clearly, well, I mean, it's right there in the video.
Skynet was a mistake. It was a mistake.
I
mean, now if you go down here, it'll have like here. So apparently he's about the same age as me, most likely. Then, so it says around 82 or born 82. So we're just gonna go ahead and round up and say, or you just say fuck it, he's 82. So he is an elder millennial himself.
You know who the most radical people were?
Who's that?
Black and brown people of our parents' generation.
Yeah, okay.
Those are the motherfuckers marching in the street. Those are the ones fucking burning fucking cop cars down. You know what I mean?
Pushing over cop cars.
Yeah, like they're out there, and unfortunately, dying and stuff like that. So I think that's a thing where that generation went through so much pain and heartache that they thought they were doing their children a favor by raising them in a way that would not put them in that world. And then what you did was create a whole generation of I think Black History Month just perpetuates racism.
Or they think racism doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, like come on, man.
It's like that's why I'm kind of glad that Cersei is growing up the way that they are currently, because like they're aware, like they know, like they pick up on shit. They pick up on religious bullshit, and they pick up on like racist bullshit, and like they pick up on homophobic and transphobic bullshit like very quickly. Like it's not like you won't sneak any of it past them. And I'm not saying that they're gonna grow up to be Sister Soldier or anything like that, but like I feel like I sleep comfortably at night knowing that when I'm gone, my child will not be saying any of that dumbass shit.
Right.
So no, we're gonna be good. We're gonna be good. But no, okay. For me, I think that it wasn't kind of bringing it back full circle here.
Mm-hmm.
You've got all these people that are getting angry. You got all these people who are getting mad. You got all these people who like are still wanting to like support problematic people, whatever. I say do this. Spend your money on what you want to spend your money on. That's you. But don't be mad when someone doesn't. Don't be mad when someone doesn't support those things. I kind of briefly wanted to bring up something Millie Alcock said that apparently has gotten the right wing in a tizzy. But honestly, it can really be like simplified down to right wing mad because woman said thing.
Yeah. Or just right wing mad because woman.
Yeah, no, this is it. And basically what it was, there was an interview that came out where, it says Supergirl star Millie Alcock just proved her point about fan backlash. This is actually a pro Millie Alcock article, but like basically it's in reference to the thing that I'm talking about. This actually would be the one of the ones where the new lead actress of Supergirl decided to insult fans in the weirdest way possible, saying that some fans of superhero movies believe they have ownership of women's bodies because being a victim of something remains incredibly valuable currency. But the thing is, this is how you know they didn't engage with what she said. Because like I said, it goes on. You start seeing thumbnails like this one. Or you start seeing thumbnails like that one. Basically trying to say, oh, she's Rachel Zeglering the franchise now. But the reason why this one is important is because, Millie Alcock didn't say anything controversial. Do you know what she said, Robo? She basically said... She basically said that one of her worries, one of her concerns when doing a movie that like has like a fandom behind it, she just accepted the fact that there are those types of people who are going to go see the movie. Like the types of people who like either hate women or think that they have ownership over women's bodies or that like women are less than them. She just acknowledged that those people exist. She didn't say that they shouldn't go see the movie. She didn't say that she didn't want them to go see the movie. She just acknowledged that they exist and that she wasn't going to let it bother her. That's basically, because that was also the other thing. Somebody asked her if she reached out to Melissa Benoist or Sasha Calle, two other actresses who have played Supergirl up to this point. And she was like, no. And she was like, yeah, we're playing like, the same character, the same fandom, but it's like, that doesn't necessarily mean we share blood or anything, or like that makes us a part of some like, gang or something where we have to be, we have to. She was like, these women are just living their lives. She's like, they're just living their lives. She was like, I don't have to call them. Like, but basically, she kind of treated like gang culture. It's like, it's not like you got to check in. It's like, hey man, you in LA, you got to check in, pimp. You got to check in. And the thing is, I mean, look. If you are a woman making any kind of waves in the film industry, you're gonna have.
I don't know how you do it.
Yeah, like honestly, I'm gonna keep it a stack, man. I feel sorry for you. Honestly, I think you know what? I think you would be better served, like living off the grid in like a cabin in the woods, hunting for your own food. Because at least then you would be left the fuck alone. And I'm not saying that women have to do. I'm just saying that like your survival, like your survival, your capacity for survival will be far greater than just simply trying to exist in the space. Because I don't know if you saw this. Leslie Jones did a interview with Z-Way, and Leslie Jones was catching smoke for that interview because she said that she thinks that marriage is a form of legalized slavery. And honestly, I didn't see that she said anything wrong. Because I mean, and I think it's disingenuous. The people that were trying to say that she said something problematic. I was like, you took the part you wanted out of that. She was talking about being a trad wife, specifically. She was talking about being a trad wife specifically. I mean, yeah, she had kind of generalized, but for the most part, she was talking about being a trad wife. That is, being beholden to a man in that regard.
I can't remember the state, but it was recently, last week. Okay, last week, I want to say, maybe even this week, 2026. There's a state that it just became legal to divorce your husband while pregnant.
Wow.
Before then, courts would stop you and tell you you're not allowed to be divorced until you have the baby.
What? Oh, wait, I have to look this up. I have to look this. This is wild to me. Get divorced while pregnant. That is diabolical. Yeah, it says Missouri.
Yeah.
Man, that's crazy. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
March 2026.
That is crazy. Oh my God.
Maybe do I have like no sense of time?
Bro.
I think this was yesterday.
Yeah, I think it was actually. I'm looking it up now, but
KSDK News yesterday. Right now in Missouri, a judge could deny finalizing a woman's. So it had to have been. It had to have been done yesterday or some shit, maybe. Either way, that's fucking. What year? Hold on, check this out. All right, not as
March
recent,
March 11th. March 11th. That was when.
Okay, so less than a month ago. Check this out. What year was it made illegal to rape your wife in all 50 states?
It's gonna be a wild answer, isn't it?
1993. When I was 12,
send the meteor.
You could rape your wife because it was her duty to give you sex. There has never been a time outside of our bodies for slavery that men are told anything like this.
No, never.
1993 was the year all 50 states were made it illegal to rape your wife. 2026, there are still states. Missouri is not one of them now. There are still states like Texas, Georgia, that you can't divorce your husband if you're pregnant.
That is insane.
God's gonna go knocking on your door with that search.
I mean, look, yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, it's Handmaid's Tale type shit. It's man, I'm saying, man, just you know what? I'm not, here's the thing. I want everyone to do this if they haven't done it already. If you are a person who you don't think that the comparisons to The Handmaid's Tale are real, go watch Handmaid's Tale or read it, and then come back and tell me what you think, because that's just a lot closer than it is not close.
You know what I always tell people. People talk about like, man, that'd be so crazy if things were like The Handmaid's Tale. Tale, The Handmaid's Tale. And it's like, you don't have to look at a fictional book about a fictional future.
Nope.
How about looking at our real, actual history? You know,
I was about to say,
where
Handmaid's
women-
Tale's already here.
Yeah, and has been here, like that Christian not Christian nationalism, but that whole like patriarchal Christianity that said your wife was children, that you were allowed to beat them, like you were allowed to beat your children, like you were allowed to beat your dog, cattle, like damaging and raping someone's wife was the husband was compensated as if you damaged property.
Women were
You know what I
treated as
mean?
property.
It's so like people forget that this is like damn near recent history, and even today, what do we just say about the law that passed in Missouri and it's still legal, and it's still that way in places like Georgia and Texas.
Very.
You know what I mean? Where you still don't have control of your whole body
at all.
We don't have to look at a fictional book. You know, it's kind of like when people say, like, man, they're like the American Taliban. What are you talking about?
We are the Taliban.
We've been killing fucking gay folks and queer folks and trans folks.
What?
I mean,
no,
centuries.
What's my favorite? Sharia law.
Right.
We are already there. Like, we already have Sharia law, basically.
Yeah, it's called the Ten Commandments. Like, what the fuck? Like, what is wrong with you? Like,
it's like me.
Yeah.
And yes, talk about the did we train the Taliban?
Yes,
I mean, I
literally.
I mean, not only that, we armed them. Like, you know what? What was it I saw someone talk about the other day? Because they were talking about Iran. And they were talking about how basically they were going to, I forget which politician was that said this, but it was a Republican basically saying, oh, we have to stop them. We have to go to war with them so we can keep them from destroying our country, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. But it was like, wait a minute. We did that to them. We destabilized, like hell, if I'm not mistaken, not the current leadership, but the leadership that was there before old boy got. Didn't we put that dude there? If I remember correctly, I forget.
I don't know. I'd be lying if I said I knew, but
yeah. But I mean, just we as a country have had a long history of destabilizing other people's governments. And then pretending like America is the epitome of the kid who threw the rock at another kid and then goes and runs back behind mommy and is like, I don't know why they're trying to fight me. Like, we're that country. We are that country. And I think the sooner people recognize that, the better off we will all be.
That's right.
But
Iran, IRGC claims to have shot down a U.S. fighter jet, reportedly in F-18 or F-15 near the Strait of Hormuz. What we're going to see with Iran is that I think Trump is already like hedging his bets on this. He's going to say, we won and we're out of here. Now they don't have the capability for it, and then leave the country to where it is. He's going to lay claim to bringing peace to the Iranian people. When the son of the Ayatollah that died is more extreme than his father was, but we are losing that war
easily.
Like, Iran is like, we're literally losing. And I think personally, as a vet, and as somebody who knows the amount of firepower we have, for Iran to be making us hurt like we are, either is due to the gutting of like generals and stuff who didn't like fall in line, so now we have some like dumbass strategists, maybe, or we're just not as strong as we thought we were. One of those two. And it's hilarious to watch him say, yeah, well, we won, so we're going home now. Yeah,
it's like, you don't get to dictate that.
You up. They're fucking you up.
you don't get to dictate when the war is over. Like, especially with a group of people who basically just told you it ain't over till it's over. And I think the thing what people really need to understand is that Iran's not just some random country. They have been preparing for shit like this for decades.
Mm-hmm.
They've literally been preparing. Like, that's not like me like being conspiratorial. That's just a fact. They have been preparing for this shit for a long time, and they are prepared. They are prepared to fight a type of war that America has no interest in trying to fight. And when I say that, I'm not talking about President Trump. I'm talking about America as a whole, because the type of war that we want to fight is one where we just get to drop bombs on people, and then that's the end of the day. Like, that's not like we get to drop bombs, we get to like throw in some troops, occupy some territory, be assholes, and then like be like, look how American we are. We're saving the world. We're saving these people from themselves while we're bombing them at the same time. But then like, if you look at
fish in a barrel, that's what we had in Afghanistan. Like all the drops I had, it might as well have been training dummies, because we had complete control over everything, and we still gave it back to the Taliban after 20 years. Iran's not gonna sit there and let you fucking do close air support.
No,
like it's too much fucking. What?
Was it you I saw post this, or was it somebody else? I don't remember who, but it says America's the only. It was a thing I saw where someone said like America is the only country where we'll start a war and then 20 years later make a movie about how bad we feel.
Yeah, like, oh man, I'm so sad. Like, I'm like, shut the fuck up. Yeah, no, I shared that.
I thought it was you.
Yeah, God, dude. Let me tell you something. My next Substack, I'm working on it right now. I have to like I gotta be on my game on this one.
Oh shit.
Because here's I mean, not even everybody in the chat's gonna agree. My next Substack is gonna be titled something along the lines of "The United States is objectively and factually worse than Nazi Germany, and here's why."
Ooh.
And I'm not being hyperbolic. I'm talking about the amount of death and destruction we have caused the world. The amount of civilians. Did you know that close to 1 million civilian deaths died during our almost 20 years in Iraq?
Jesus.
Like we're at 70,000 Palestinians, and the whole world is rightfully, me included, angry and saying that Israel is doing a genocide. 70,000 Palestinians. We killed almost 1 million.
Jesus.
Like we have completely controlled the media apparatus that makes it to where we control the entire narrative. We own radio stations, international radio stations. You know, we got propaganda in our movies, in our music. And so no one ever sees that. But you know what? There's gonna be a year, there's gonna be an age, and we probably all will have been long dead by now, where people will look back and they will know this the before the United States fell, here's the truth about that country.
Oh yeah.
And Nazi Germany will be a blip. I promise.
Well, I mean, we literally did the whole the trains will run on time, bullshit. We
right.
We even have our, because think about it. We like because that was always like the thing people always said. The trains will run on time. The trains will run on time.
Hades got it. Germany got their ideas from the United States. Hitler is on record as saying that the way that we executed Jim Crow laws, like Hitler was like, man, that's a fucking good idea.
Yeah.
Damn,
he just took it to the next level.
Really fucking good at this shit. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I mean, like the thing I
how
need
many
people.
enslaved Africans died?
Oh God.
During
Jim Crow?
Enslaved Africans during slavery. How many African Americans died during Jim Crow?
I want to look that up.
And I bet you we're probably in the neighborhood of the Jews dying in the Holocaust.
Jesus.
And You know what I'm saying? How many in Vietnam died? How many in Afghanistan? How many died in Iraq? How many died in Latin America? How many died in Japan? We spend we spend trillions saying that other countries have WMDs and nukes, and we can't allow so-and-so to have nukes, and we can't allow so-and-so to have nukes. And we are the only fucking country to ever have dropped nukes on people. And it was on a civilian population both times.
It's like I said, it's insane. It's absolutely positively insane. Because like I said, you're talking about millions of people, literally millions of people overall. But the thing that I really need folks to understand is, just like how we say, in regards to Germany, hey, but the trains will run on time. In the future, people are gonna be like, hey, but the price of eggs went down.
Mm-hmm.
Which it actually didn't. It actually didn't.
No.
The price of eggs actually went up.
The Dow.
Oh, yeah, that's what it means.
Yeah. And I'm like, do you know what
man.
it means when the Dow goes up? Do you know what that means? That means rich people are getting richer.
Yeah, it doesn't mean shit for regular people.
Privileged enough to have a retirement fund where the average American can't afford a $500 emergency. People who have retirement funds, they get good. People who have savings and stocks and things like that. Oh wow, that's great for them. How much of America has money tied into anywhere where they do better when the stocks go up? Yet that's the only thing
that's diabolical.
Fuck about.
Absolutely fucking diabolical. Like, I'm sorry, it's I just no. There's no fucking way. But I'll say this much for everything else. Millie Alcock said nothing wrong. Supergirl is gonna be great. And I think that if you think that it's not going to be great, or that you don't want to see it because woke, well, I can't help you. Honestly,
we don't want you.
Yeah, honestly, it's probably for the best. Because I'm not going to hold you.
And you're lying. And you're lying.
Okay. Yeah. First off,
you know damn well you're going to go see it.
You're lying. You're going to go see it, and then when you come back, you're gonna lie and say you didn't like it because you gotta.
That's right.
This is why I always say, like, I don't believe in going on these people's channels and trying to, like, because people are like, oh, why won't you go debate so and so? Why don't you go try and talk to so and so? Why don't you go on so and so show? Why would I do that? Because this isn't about morality. This is about money. You're never gonna be able to change these people's minds because at the end of the day, this is about money. They have all said it to some degree or another. Hell, I think it's very telling that more recently, many of the people, like the usual suspects, in terms of the whole like Chud crowd, a lot of them are even saying they're burnt out on the culture war stuff. Some of them have even gone as far as say they wish they could talk about things that they enjoyed. But here's the problem. They can't, because you know why? Because people don't want to hear them talk about things that they enjoy. They want to hear them talk about shit that they hate, and because that fuels the algorithm. You're never. I was literally telling people this the other day. Stop going on these motherfucker shows. These people, I don't care if they look you dead in your face and say, you know what? You changed my mind. You know what they're gonna do as soon as you're no longer in front of them? They're gonna. What was that show they used to have? The car show where dude was like, oh no. Anyway, like they're gonna hit you with that. They're gonna hit you with that bullshit.
Yeah,
you're gonna be sitting here. You're gonna be sitting here talking about some. Man. I think. Yeah, man, I think I'm a dude, man. You said something that just, it really resonated with me, man. And you know what? I'm going to change my ways. And as soon as you leave the Zoom call, it's going to be some...
Oh, no. Anyway, last week...
that's what they're going to hit you with. That's what they're going to hit you with. You aren't going to... I'm sorry. It just is what it is. It just is what it is, and I think the sooner we all accept it, then the better off we're all going to be.
Real quick, because I could tell you're about to wrap it up.
Yes.
Wrap up the show. I always sense it. I sense it, and then like we're getting where he's doing that tone. I hear it in the voice. In the transatlantic trade, U.S. bound, roughly 400,000 to 800,000 deaths in captured transit and seasoning. Deaths under slavery in U.S. soil. Approximately 6 million people died while enslaved. Post-Civil War through Jim Crow documented racial terror, lynching, convict leasing, massacres, conservatively 40 to 50,000 deaths.
Jesus.
Although likely significantly higher due to unreported murders and the way the legal system works. Excess mortality from structural racism, potentially millions and even more. So we're probably looking anywhere from 6 to 8 million people.
That's diabolical.
And that is only talking about Black folks.
Right.
One of the victims of the United States of America. Now we include everybody else. We're worse than Nazi Germany.
We are, and you know what?
And Supergirl's gonna be dope. There we go.
And so, no, 100%. Like I'm excited. I'm gonna be happy to see it. I can't wait to see the best boy ever, Crypto. Who I'm gonna go and tell you right now is probably not gonna be in the movie very much at all. Just go ahead and be prepared for that. You're not gonna see. You're gonna see probably less. Yeah, you're gonna see less Crypto in this movie than you probably saw in the Superman movie. Because
that was a lot of Crypto.
yeah. Like Crypto was in that movie quite a bit. He actually pops up quite a bit in the movie.
Yeah.
I will be the first one to tell you that, for a movie called Superman, Crypto and Mr. Terrific were the two most talked about things in it. So I think that's impressive. But I do think that Crypto is, despite being the bestest and the cutest boy, in the history of ever. Because I mean, how do you not love that little? How you not love that little face right there? How do you not? How do you not? Come on, yeah, that's
my Latinos in the chat know that is a Latino dog because all Latinos have a crusty white dog.
Oh yeah. Wait a minute, dude, I'm not gonna hold you, man. There was some shit your wife said the other day on Threads.
She brought out something about crusty white dogs?
No, she she had it was a video she shared. It was like, she was like, I forget exactly how she said it, but she was like, you can't convince me that this dude's not Dominican. It was like the dude that was like dancing. It was just like,
oh yeah.
Yeah, he was like
Christy Noem's husband.
Oh no! This was some other dude. This was some other dude. But no, like dude was like kind of like doing a little two-step, little salsa shit, and she was like, yeah, you can't convince this dude's not Dominican. I was like looking, I was like, oh man, he got the chain, he got the little fancy ass shirt. I was like, yeah, motherfucker. Look, hair was on. Tight? Y'all tight the motherfucker, man. You can see that. Yeah. Oh yeah, you can see the fucking veins in the man's legs.
If he wasn't Dominican. He's Dominican.
I mean, he's an honorary Dominican. And you know what? Before we do, I want to real quick, because I don't want to forget about this. Here, let's see. I want to find this. This link. I want to find this link to this thing right here. Where'd it go? Here, let's find. We got one of ours. I think we actually kind of like alluded. I to. I think last week, maybe somewhere in there. I think we kind of alluded to it in the past week or so, but we got one of ours needs a little bit of help, and I'm I want to drop this. Here's what I'm gonna do. I want to drop this link in the I want to drop this in the chat. Just right quick for everybody. Cause wait, here it is right here. Bam. Got it. Let's see. I want y'all to go take a look at this. One of our own. He's had a lot of stuff that's been kind of popping off, and man, brother man needs Earth's Mightiest to step up and and help a player out. So I'm gonna put this. I'm dropping this in the chat now as we speak, and if you have a mind, to do so, this would be very helpful. But John's been out here holding it down for us, been in the chat, hanging tough with us. And some of y'all might remember, I can't remember. I know we talked about it here. I think we even talked about it on the Blerd Cave as well. Some of the stuff that was going on. Between the truck that like just literally shit the bed, to the stuff that was going on, kind of needing a way to get to like dialysis and stuff like that. If y'all if you have it in you to help, if you have the ability to help, please help a brother out. If you do not excuse me, if you do not have the means to help out, please consider sharing this link that I put in the chat. Like I said, we try to take care of our own as much as we can. So I just want to help spread the word, the good word, so to speak. We have not talked about lanterns really. I think when we were kind of going through that fit of like, will we or won't we stream for a couple of weeks, that was one of the things that I actually did have for us to talk about.
You talked about it on Blerd Cave, though, right? Was that
no. No. Mm-mm.
Well, let's talk about it next week then.
Yeah, well, honestly, I don't have a whole heap of a lot to say about it. I mean, maybe we can.
It's gonna be good.
It'll be. I don't even know about that. I'm not even 100% on that. No. I'll put it like this. I know that they're not showing. I mean, obviously, they're not going to show everything, but I'm not going to hold you. I don't like when studios, when they see a comic book property that they want to make a TV show or movie out of, I really don't like when they see that shit and go, hey, but let's make it like real. Like, because I don't know if you know this, but the people behind it.
You got mad with the brown uniforms.
No, I don't even care about that. It's so the show is being helmed by the guy that was behind True Detective. So basically that's like the vibe that they want, that True Detective vibe. And here's my thing. That shit's cute for True Detective. I do not want that shit in my fucking Green Lantern stories. I just don't. I'm sorry. Right. I don't care. I want my shit to be cosmic. I don't want this motherfucker hanging out on Earth.
Absolutely.
I want this motherfucker hanging on Earth, doing Earth shit, being earthbound. This is the most boring shit a Green Lantern could do.
Yeah.
Just hang out. I mean, I get it.
You got a cosmic energies in your ring, and you're like, what are you doing? Stopping bank robberies?
Well, well, that's also the other thing, because like in the trailer, that's another thing that comes up, is that there doesn't seem to be any major like cosmic threat that's like readily apparent. It looks like they're just fighting regular people, and I'm like, I don't care about that shit at all.
Cool.
But I'm gonna watch, like, just like I said with other things, I'm still going to watch it. I'm going to reserve judgment, but don't be surprised if I fry this fucking show up and if it turns out to just be what I said it looks like it's gonna be. Like, if it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it's a fucking duck. So yeah,
either way, we still got Guy Gardner and his dumbass haircut, so we're straight.
Yeah, they got. I mean, like I said, it's got a wide pedigree of people, so I mean, I'm fine with it. It's just that, for once, I just want some real Green Lantern shit. Like because it's one of those where like, man, we
working on the show. Oh, okay.
What's that?
Tom King is working on the show.
Yeah, to a degree. like I said, I'm willing to give it a chance. But the thing is, you have to be like, and this is the difference with Wonder Man. Because which, by the way, shout out to Vandolph the Black, who not only hit us with the Blerd Club Silver. Wait, I want to show this because we got this one as well, and I was actually working my way towards it. But we got this right here. Says I don't know, man. Or says no. But what would Tyrone Magnus say about Snape?
It's woke.
You know what he'd say, goddamn. You know what he'd say, man. Look, man, that's honestly, I don't even feel sorry for that brother getting them death threats because he knew what he signed up for. You signed up to play one of the whitest white men in a white man property made by a white woman, a transphobic white woman at that. So everything you get, you kind of had that shit coming. You knew what this was. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying I don't feel as sorry for him as I would for somebody else. That maybe was in a situation that was less self-inflicted. But no, this right here, where Vandal was saying, I don't know, man. That Wonder Man was local as fuck, but fire, bro. But that's the thing, though. Wonder Man's supposed to be on Earth. That's all he does. He doesn't do space shit. Not really. Not unless he's with the Avengers. Wonder Man is, and not only that. Here's the thing. Wonder Man was very open and honest about what it was. Like, it was very open and honest about what it was. It's like, hey, this is going to be a comedy. It's going to be a little bit of satire. And the thing is, I feel like Lanterns is being dead ass. It is being dead ass as fuck. And, and while they do make a mention of the squirrel and the planet and all that other shit, that's cool. But here's the thing. They used to do that shit back in the aughts. They used to do that shit back in the aughts where they would make jokes about like the silly shit that happens in comics. And old boy, what was it? Was it Lindelof, I think, was the one who did this, basically caught smoke from Grant Morrison. Because basically, dudes, granted, I know what he was going for. He was trying to make a joke. But the thing is, he made a joke about the show he was working on and kind of a joke that felt like more of a jab at the people who like Green Lantern. Basically, we thought Green Lantern's a silly name, so that's why we went with Lantern. Him being green, whatever, is dumb, whatever. It was something to that effect. And Grant Morrison read him for filth. And basically said, basically Grant Morrison kind of said the same thing I usually say, that I wish that people who actually gave a fuck about these properties worked on these properties. As opposed to people who just are in it for a quick buck. And to the point, old boy felt so bad that he actually made a fucking public apology. Now, granted, he could have kept that apology because it was kind of fugly in and of itself. But like the fact that he felt he needed to make that apology and said that he was going to refrain from trying to make jokes at the property's expense. But here's the thing. That show is already made. So everything that he said and that little flippantness, that shit's baked into the show. You can't change that shit now. So we get what we get. If it's good, I'll be the first one to say it. But if it's cheeks, I will also be right there. I will be right there to do the thing that you all love me for. The thing that y'all love about me and my pettiness. You're gonna want this. And I like, honestly, I think that it would be, I think it would be Beyond Warden. It's gonna be my laughter, my haterism, my pettiness. It just y'all are gonna want to see it, and I'm totally here for it. So, but anyway, I'm gonna say let's call it here. I'm gonna say let's call it here, because you know what, your boy is hungry and tired, and a laundry list of other obscure adjectives. And yeah, do you have anything you want to announce before we get up out of here?
No. So, oh yeah, I do actually.
What you got?
If y'all don't like reading articles and shit, because I don't. I mean, I do. I just don't have time. You know what I mean? Substack has a little play button at the top, and it actually sounds pretty dope. It almost sounds like a podcast. So
Really?
if you want to support your boy and the shit that I post out there, but you're not trying to sit and read shit, yeah, I would go check it out and press the little play button up top, and it'll read it to you, and then you can do go do the dishes or something, wash
That's
your
not.
ass.
That is. Yeah, let's say skid marks are not normal.
Nah,
you're not supposed to have.
Don't believe them. Don't believe them, white
don't-
boys. That is not
That is
normal.
nasty. That's nasty work. Also, before I forget, oddly enough too, because it's also in the super chat itself. I almost did forget this. But 199 said, before I forget, absolute Green Lantern equals anti-life. Huh. You know what? I actually need to get back on Absolute Green Lantern. I kind of took a little bit of a break, and then I heard there was some controversy, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just stay gone for a little bit. So yeah, DC makes my fucking head hurt sometimes. I'll just leave it at that. But thank you for that. Yeah, I got nothing. I got nothing else. You know what? I do have I have some stuff that I'm working on, some video related shit that I'm working on. I've just been really lazy about making content, just as of late, because man, there's been a lot of shit that just does not move me. And when I decided to have my active personal boycott against DC Comics, I realized how much shit I don't read now. Like I was like, oh shit, I'm not reading that anymore now because So it's actually freed me up to do other shit.
Is this like backlog or shit that fell off for you?
Well, no, just like it's like, so it was because of like the whole DC So White thing, and I made a public statement saying that I was removing books that did not have black people on the creative team or centered black characters that were ongoing series. I said that I'm taking them off my pull. That removed a lot of books, so I read a lot less in the past few weeks actually.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever there's like a new comic book day, like I'm guaranteed to have a pretty like free and open schedule. And I've kind of fallen off a lot of the X-Men shit. So, cause I'm not gonna lie, man, some of that shit has been, it just ain't been it. I have been reading, but I've been reading more like indie stuff and more like Image and Boom and Dark Horse and so Dynamite, so on and so forth. So like, those are the things that I'm actually more interested in now. And it's one of those where like I have some stuff that I'm prepping, but like it's like these are things where I'm like I'm being more considerate and taking my time with them, not trying to do like, ooh, I want to get this out before anybody else does, which I was never particularly good at doing anyway. So
right. Man, you got a pretty good video coming out. That's
you know what? That's right.
It's gonna be out like soon.
Yeah, that's it. I just want to point out, originally would have been out last week. That was the proclamation.
You get a proclamation, you're right. But you gave it to me in January.
Yeah, I did. It was actually the end of December. I said it on like New Year's Eve.
I know we're trying to wrap this up. I just think I told Ernie, I'm like, listen, if you tell me get it done whenever, this is not one of the ones you got to rush on. I got a whole list of things to do, right? And all of them got like deadlines and like, so the thing that I could do that later. I said I could do that later for like 3 months. And he's like, you gonna finish that? I'm like, oh, fuck. I went to Atlanta for Capital Day, and I just, I'm gonna get it. I'm on it. I'm on it. It's part of it.
The good news is it was not a time sensitive thing. That's the.
It's gonna be a good one though. I'm learning some shit on it. Yeah,
I hope it's gonna be something that's a little bit different than the usual, and you'll probably get more like it because I've decided that I wanted to talk. Y'all know I'm a process guy, so like I love talking about process when it comes to comics. So yeah, be ready for that. I think what I'm probably gonna do though, because like I have been kind of slacking in my pimping lately, I'm probably gonna put it up for probably might put that up for patrons and channel members first, and then
that makes sense.
we'll let everybody else get it after that. But I not to necessarily gatekeep the information, but just because I want to give it as a thank you, because I've been so terrible about keeping up with Patreon and channel member stuff. But I guess another thing to keep an eye out for, not this week, but next week, on the 8th. Yeah, on the 8th, I will have Ben 10 co-creator Joe Casey back on the channel, and guess what? We're gonna be talking about Ben 10 because there's
my son's favorite show.
Well, there's a new comic coming out, and
Nice.
it's actually going to be created by the people who created the show. So it's like
Oh, nice.
so it's going to be Joe Casey and one of the other people from Man of Action. And the way I understood it from the solicit, it sounds like there will also be other creators from Man of Action that are also going to be like kind of in on the whole thing. So that's going to be something really fun, I think.
Is it going to be art like the Ben 10 show, or are they going to like give it its own visual?
I don't know, because like, so I can say this much, because I've seen the cover art for it. But cover art does not always dictate interior art, so you kind of have to like your mileage with that is going to vary. But I got this here. This is the A cover for this is the A cover for Ben 10, which looks dope. I like it. Then you got, I don't think this is the B cover, but it's like somewhere, I think it's like a C or a D cover, which looks pretty cool, in and of itself. You got that one, which kind of more like watercolor vibe, which I'm kind of rocking with that. Yeah. And what was it? There's this one right here that looks pretty dope. Ben just out here living his best life. And then you got this. This is actually probably my favorite cover out of the bunch, just because of how, I don't know, just I like the pose and everything. But it looks like it's gonna be pretty good. I'm really excited to talk to Joe about it, and yeah, should be a good time for all people involved. And yeah, I'm hoping that I hope this one really takes off, because if it does, man, there are so many cool things that that you could do with Ben 10 in terms of like comic book spinoff type shit. I'd eat that up. I'm actually about to start rewatching Ben 10 just to kind of get ready for that interview. I want to ask Joe some random questions that he'll look at me like I'm crazy for. I'm just saying, man, there's some good shit out there. But maybe if we can make Ben 10 blow up in comic format, maybe we can get some Generator Rex love. I don't know, man. I'm just out here spitballing is what I'm doing here.
Dreaming.
Yeah, right? Because we got a dream, man. But let's get the hell up out of here. I've had enough. I'm sure y'all have had enough. If you haven't, well, I don't know what to tell you.
It's gonna be enough.
It's gonna be like it. Yes, you're going to love it. As a matter of fact. But until next time. For Robo of Left Face TV, I am the Blerd Without Fear. Chuck Dixon.